Hello, and welcome to The Sinking City. I decided since it's October, why don't we play a bit of a spooky game? And I think the Lovecraftian psychological horror, the slow burn, is way more interesting to me than, just gore and jump scares. And The Sinking City seemed like the perfect option for that. I don't really know much about it other than it is heavily based on Lovecraft's work. So, other than that, let's jump in and see what it's all about. Frosty welcome. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts, I think? It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Jonas Vanderberg, I think. Even the ugliest monsters have vulnerable spots. Alright, so, Oakmont, Massachusetts. Okay, we are jumping right into the crazy. So much for the slow burn. So those are the visions he's been having, I'm assuming. Or we've been having. We are Charles Reed. First aid kit and brick. Sharon Ship. Folding camera. Yep, Mr. Charles Reed, and that's the letter we already read. And, there we go. A gun! Can't go wrong with that, can we? Can I?
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Probably. 6 rounds though. Okay, so not a lot. Usually isn't a lot in these kind of games. Oh, come on.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Oakmont. Monolith National Park? Yeah, Monolith National Park is waiting for you. Well, that just sounds creepy. What do we got in here? Okay. I guess we can't open that.
Now get out!
Well, that was polite.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg.
Johannes,
at
sorry.
your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me your Highness. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Alright, so what's the deal with this city?
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Of course we're in a isolated town surrounded by water. What else would be the setting for a Lovecraftian story, right? But yeah, the flood? You said that was recent?
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
Okay, so it's just been non-stop raining, and the water levels have risen, isolating the city. Yep, Cthulhu's here. So about my problem.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Alright, so where is Robert?
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Like you do in that suit?
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Alright, and what's Robert like?
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature. Scion of a robust bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Alright, well, I need somewhere to stay after all that.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
And how do I get to the Devil's Reef?
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, what else did you mark on the map?
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Love it, love it. And what do you do here exactly, Johannes?
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Alright, that's everything. We'll be on our way then.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
I'm gonna say, they've done a good job making my character seem like he's got some issues. Bloodshot, saggy eyes, slow drawl talk, like, you know, you'd think he's stoned. Just a bunch of tentacles. Alright, let's get into it. Town on the rise. You mean the water level's on the rise? Cool. People already doing madness. So it's a bit not as smooth as I'd like it to be in some spots, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's just have a wander around for a bit. See what's what. Can I go in here? Nope. Do I have a sprint? I do. A little sprint. I can climb, but I can't jump. What's going on here? Well, you look like the guy I'm looking for.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
So, Mr. Throgmorton. Interesting name and interesting features. Yeah, your features are a bit unusual.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Right. Okay. Sure. Whatever. What happened to your son?
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
Yeah, who are the Innsmouthers?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Well, that sounds racist. What do you know about the Visions?
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Look, I was asking about your son, and I kind of offered to help indirectly. I implied it, so now I'll be direct. I can try and find Albert.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
I gotta say, I'm kind of aligning with the things my character's saying. Like, you know, my first thought was, what do you got to lose for me looking for your son? If I fail, I fail. If I find him and you get your son back and I get information. So, they've done well writing a logical character and logical dialogue. But yeah, what is Vera?
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you.
Tell me more about the case.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Alright, well, where's the
You
lifeboat?
mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
Right, and where's the house?
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
Yeah, I saw that coming, didn't I? But I still had to ask. Alright, I'll be
As
going.
much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Alright, time to investigate. So, that's the house, I'm assuming. And then they said, look left. That's, yeah, left. Beach with a fence. Is that the lifeboat? Okay, no, yeah, here's a beach that has a fence. Okay, this looks like the lifeboat. Titania lifeboat.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Titania and Oberon, okay. Well, they did say he was on a deep sea expedition, so he's, yeah, that's a old-fashioned divey helmet. Ooh. Look at that background. What's this bar on my right? On the left, sorry. This blue bar is going down and the background's kind of buzzing in and out. I don't know.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Yeah, okay, so something was going on there. Is that like a sanity bar or something? Because the longer I looked at that helmet, yeah, now my vision's kind of foggy. The bar's going back up and everything's getting less warped. Okay! Okay, that's cool. I picked up a weird item, and even while investigating it, shit was getting weird. Albert Throgmorton's will. I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton, and this is my will. I want to warn you, don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There's unreadable. We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor Unreadable, I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Unreadable, the cycle goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Unreadable, in the end it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father, Unreadable, he's here. Cool. Oh, all evidence collected. That was easy. Okay then. But again, anybody could have written that, although his father should recognize his handwriting, right? All evidence. I didn't even look in the house yet, though. That's the weird thing. Is it gonna let me? Yep. And I got my flashlight. It's a torch to me being Australian, but it's okay. Okay, that's kind of gross for, you know, a home. What?
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Yeah, what is going on in here?
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Well, everything in here is damp and damaged. I mean, what the Come on. At some point you gotta notice the mold, right? Oh, that's what I was doing wrong with that cupboard on the boat. I need to hold it. I need to hold it down for him to search. Like, you're just living in a house with a hole in the wall? Like, not even a door. This place, man. And I am curious about the Innsmouthers because, you know, the guy said they were fish-faced. And looking at him, and looking at all the wet and water crap around here, I wonder how literal he was about that. Of course, he could have just been a racist bastard. So what's happened here? Nobody said there was a murder.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Oh, what's that? Okay, creepy.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Who are you first?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was add or starve.
So tell me what happened.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar.
So he was having similar dreams to me. Okay. So who's Kay?
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know.
That's not much of an answer, but okay. Where are the others?
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. K be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Was Lewis the Innsmouth guy, or is the guy on the ground the Innsmouth guy? Anyway, what happened to Paul?
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay, have mercy on his soul.
Alright, I've got to
I'll leave
go.
you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Look, 100% honest, you might have done it, but honestly, I doubt it was you. But I've been wrong before. He very well could have been the one to go all mad and do it. And what do we have here? Okay, that blue bar on the bottom left of my screen isn't going down right now. It was only when I picked up the
I've
helmet.
seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Okay, yeah, that confirms we're 1920s, 1930s, which makes sense for a Lovecraftian setting.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Oh, yeah, he kinda is a bit fish-faced, isn't he? Little bit.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Mind's eye. Whoa. Press T for more information. Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's just a bunch of... What? Anything interesting about this? Oh, there we go. What? Whoa, okay. So that's the language that they were talking about. And that blue bar went down again. That's got to be like a sanity meter or something, right? Anyway, there was a cop in here, right? An actual police officer. Let's talk to... Is there just a bloody... Oh, he would have busted out the wall and ran off. Are you?
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Oh, you got nothing to add?
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I should probably actually look at some of this. Here we go. First of all, mind's eye. Use the mind's eye whenever you see distortion in the corners of the screen and hear a ringing sound. It may reveal images of the past, illusions, omens, or tracks that are otherwise invisible. Images of the past have an activation zone, see above. Okay, so that's what I did before. I was able to see an image of the past. Retrocognition allows you to understand events that happened in the past, inspect enough evidence on a scene, and a vision will emerge. Step into it and find all the critical scenes. Right? And we got a map, evidence, casebook, following omens. Mind's eye can reveal omens that guide your way. Mind Palace. Investigation of the main case reveals... Okay, I'll probably come back to this stuff as I go. For now, retrocognition and mind's eye, and I'll probably need to double check that stuff. So... Oh! Is that... Okay. Oh, no, this is retrocognition. They literally, that's what they meant. Literally step into it to find all the clues. Okay, I'm with it now.
What's happening?
Yeah, so this shit was going down. He was talking. These guys started freaking out. And then this happened.
Take this, ape face.
Okay, if you're saying ape face, I'm guessing that's the Throgmorton kid. And you're... Based on your body type and build and what I saw from that photo, I think you're the Innsmouther. But then, what's going on here? Oh, man. It's starting to look like you might have actually done it. Alright, and what's the next bit?
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Yeah, run!
Wait, no, I put a 1 there. I don't think I wanted to do that. Can I put a 1 here instead? Yeah, no, that's...
What's
Okay, there we go,
happening?
yeah. So if I unclick that one, come over here, click 1, 2,
Take
3.
this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself.
Yeah.
He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Mind Palace. Okay, let's find out about this. Investigation of the main case reveals clues for your Mind Palace. Press C to open casebook, then switch to Mind Palace. Combine pairs of relevant clues to get evidence, crucial information, deductions, and some deductions can be interpreted differently and lead to different conclusions. Discover all possible conclusions to fully understand the case, but it's up to you how to solve it. Huh.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Okay, so casebook, and then how do we swap to over here, Mind's Palace. So Albert attacked the fisherman. Combine clues to make deductions. Okay. Okay, so Albert attacked the fisherman. Albert attacked the fisherman at their house as soon as he regained consciousness. The Throgmortons and Innsmouthers are in an ongoing feud. Albert, after returning from the sea. Okay. Albert Throgmorton was dangerous and he posed a threat to Lewis Finn and his fellow fishermen. Okay. Is that... Yep, that's a clue. Okay. So what about the Innsmouther feud and the fact that Lewis shot first and his people suffered at the hands? It could be a reason to hate them. Is this what they meant by different outcomes? Like, yeah, I can put different things together and come to different conclusions. Well, do I have a law? I have a law thing. Documents? Okay, just the will. Will Hammond's testimony. That's the guy. Robert's request. The letter. Yep, okay. Okay, so he was returning, he was mad, and then a sudden psychotic outbreak. That's gotta, yeah. Spread some of his psychic influence, which made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. Yeah, that seems to make sense. And then a fisherman is missing, and he fled wounded. I can track down Albert. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track them down using my supernatural senses. Okay. I got nothing else to add that to. Okay. Oh, it's kind of all over the place, isn't it? So, yeah, I think I could have combined them in different ways and gotten different stuff. I can track them down. Okay, yeah. Follow the omens. Yeah, okay, you said something about that. Let me... Yeah, Mind's Eye. Okay, yeah. Q for Mind's Eye, T for more information. So there's supposed to be an omen, right? Oh. There it is. Do I interact with it in any way, or... That looks... Look at that. Oh, okay. Hold on. You're pointing that way, but... There's like handprints and stuff on that car. There's like an omen on that car as well, but only at a certain position. Oh, okay, we'll focus on what we're doing. You want me to go this way? See, I don't know if that's just flavor, because it's getting everywhere now. Okay, I need to dial it back, I think. I think I'm using it too much, because my sanity bar was getting affected. What the hell are you? Oh, that's grody. I don't know what you are, but it's weird. Alright. Where's the next omen? Or do I not get one this far? Oh, something's going down. Here we go. Oh, shell casings.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
New clue in the Mine Palace, is it? Lewis may have wanted to kill Albert outright because he was a Throgmorton rather than just drive him off. I mean, yeah, if you're chasing him this far and shooting when he's still running, yeah, that's a bit... That way, okay. Ah, there it is.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
I mean, Robert looks half gorilla, guys, let's be honest, so... Yeah, he probably is pretty damn strong. Or his son is. What? Oh, it's a... strip. It looks like a shirt pocket.
There's something in the pocket.
Bloodstain note. Lewis, please just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping around about the port. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter. Okay, who's Peter?
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
Alright, but before we go down the obvious route, let's have a quick look around. Oh yeah, see, I gotta hold it to loot. Gunpowder and alcohol. Love it. Alright, is there anything upstairs? No. Alright, downstairs we go. Also, where's my gun? I did, you know, have one. I picked one up at the beginning of the game. How do I... law book, case book, maybe? Skills, inventory, weapons... Explosives and traps, love it. Okay. I guess I can't just pull it out and wave it around whenever I want. Bar owner is indebted to Lewis, but I don't have anything else to combine that with. Oh, that's just... padlocks. Okay. So... how do I? Yeah, combat. If you are crouched, hostiles are less likely to detect you. I don't even want to know what that thing is. How do I get my gun out then? Oh! Well, that's...
The door won't budge.
stuff. Gives that thing. That looks like... Yeah, Robert.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Yeah.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Anything else? What is this? What are you guys fishing around here? Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to mistake you for anyone but Robert. Mind Palace. Lewis left the crime scene. Albert was murdered. Nope. Who probably killed... Maybe hiding at the... Oh, right, yeah. Because he's... That makes sense. The bar guy's indebted to him, so if he did a murder, yeah, he'd probably run there. So I can't combine every clue with every clue. There's some limitations. So, do I need to go and tell original? Robert, right? Mr. Throgmorton. Yeah.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilt for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
I mean, I can't be sure yet. Can I? I mean, it's like 90% sure it's Lewis, but... Yeah, I can't be sure yet.
Don't know exactly. I have some suspects, but I need to investigate further.
What kind of private eye are you?
A thorough one. When I find him, I'll tell you.
Fine. No one leaves the port until then. Find me that dirtbag and I'll help you with anything you need.
Alright, so now we gotta go to the bar / inn or whatever. Can we have a look at the map? See, they got yellow and green things. I feel like those are clues that I haven't found. Key evidence collected in the fisherman's house. Okay, what about this? All evidence collected. Key evidence collected. All evidence collected. That looks like the boat that'll take me to where I need to go. Okay. Chronicles, Devil's Reefs Hotel. Library University. Although he did say that nobody's leaving the port until I find the killer, so I probably need to go and find him, don't I? See, even in my book, it's like, yeah. It's just like, the Innsmouth of that killed Albert. Albert's the son, Robert's the dad. Sorry if I've been getting those backwards. But they said he was at the bar at Oakmont port. So yeah, that's where we need to go. So the police aren't going to let us through. Oh wait. Yeah, they should let me through, right? Hello?
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
Well, how's that work? Oh. Maybe it's this one. Yep, we gotta talk to you.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
Yeah,
You're
tell
some
me.
kind of fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Do tell.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
Oh, of
How
course.
much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Yeah, not right
Some other
now.
time. Maybe.
As you wish.
I would have preferred to give her that alcohol that I picked up, but whatever. Alright. Yeah. You look like you got some troubles.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I need to find Lewis Flynn.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
You want him gone. I can help.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So,
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
smart man. There's your good deed for the day.
I've seen some unsettling creatures around here. What's up with that?
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Well, goodbye. They really do not like newcomers here, but what did I expect? Alright, where is he? I'm guessing the only door up here, yeah.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Drach. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
They really are fish-faced, aren't they? So, you killed Albert. Why?
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
How did it all happen?
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
Your actions do look deliberate.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
Alright, let's bite the bullet. Why the fuck do you look like that?
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just 'cause I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Blessed by the sea. That doesn't really answer it. You guys are weirdos. You and the Throgmortons, but yeah, why do you hate them?
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
Bro, you really shouldn't say that when you're like basically on trial for murder of their son. But yeah, what's this Blackwood Grand family?
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation.
Yeah.
The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've heard enough.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
I'll think about
This
it.
is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
No.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Look, the thing is, you know, as an outsider, a player, I kind of know he probably was affected by Cthulhu, Lovecraftian mind nonsense, but as a private eye and detective, especially when he specifically said, I'd love to see them suffer, like, I feel like, yeah, my character would be like, yeah, sorry, I'm not buying it. Okay, here we go. The Innsmouther that killed Albert, hiding at the local bar. Yeah, he admitted that he was at the crime scene. Can't remember exactly. He killed Albert under some mental influence, just like the other fishermen. He asked me not to give him up. I can either reveal it. Oh, okay, what do I got here? Can I combine these two? Okay, I can. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay, so Lewis was aware of what he was doing during the fight, or he was mentally affected and couldn't entirely control his actions. See, the thing is, was he mentally affected and couldn't control his actions, or did it just kind of let him do what he wanted? Oh, that's... See, like, he may have wanted him dead, anti-Throgmorton sentiment, but he was I kind of got to go with this, right? Because the other guy, old mate back at the actual house, I can't remember his name, Paul, maybe? Like, yeah, he doesn't remember anything, but he didn't go crazy and attack people, and the fact that Lewis chased Albert all the way to that warehouse, shot him in the head, and then hung him up on meat hooks like that, like, even if he was mentally affected, there was some want, some drive. That wasn't all mass hysteria. There was intent. So, yeah, I gotta go with this one. And so that's my ultimate conclusion. Psychic influence or not, Lewis was out to murder Albert yeah, that's kind of it. Psychic influence or not. He had motives too, the mutual hatred. Yeah, I must tell Robert and bring the truth of the murderer to justice. I feel like that's what Mr. Reed would come to the conclusion of. Like, yeah, okay, you might have been mentally affected, but the fact you chased him down the street, kept shooting at him, and then straight up executed him, there was intention. There was intention in all that. Again, as a player, I kind of know, probably not intention, but even as a player, like, I'm still like, there was definitely some kind of intent, you know, chasing him down the street and all that. I get that he hated him, and that the mental, psychic shit might have just exacerbated that hatred, but still. Like, I gotta do it, right? The murderer is at the bar.
And just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family, and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm trying to find the source of my visions, or... Oh, no, actually. I'm investigating cases of insanity, yeah. Because I'm investigating those cases because they're similar to my visions. But let's try and keep this less personal. You know, they don't need to know that I might be going crazy.
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
The one that your son was a part of, right? It definitely seems like it's responsible based on that helmet that I found, but yeah, what geological expedition? Give me more details on that.
Expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
You think the flood is unnatural?
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
And so, any link between the visions and hysteria?
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
Any discoveries so far?
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
Yeah, I mean, if you sent an entire expedition and he was the only one to return, so the murder and the expedition are linked, you think?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
Can you tell me anything else about the expedition?
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Alright, I guess we're talking payment, even though I'm already on the case. Unless he wants payment for me to investigate the expedition specifically. I want payment for me to investigate the expedition for him specifically.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Solve your first case in Oakmont. Hook, line, and sinker. Delightful, delightful. And I think we'll call it there for the first episode. We've made it to Oakmont, solved our first case, ingratiated ourselves with one of the great families, the Throgmortons, and experienced some creepy shit. And I'm loving it. I'm loving the detective aspect. Like, I can come to different conclusions, combining different clues for different deductions, and then ultimately being like, yeah, he did it on purpose or he didn't. That was really cool. And like I said, that slow burn, subtle horror stuff that's going on. It's not jump scares. It's really good. I'm really enjoying this. I might mess around with the settings a little bit before the next episode, just to try and smooth things out. But yeah, until next time, thanks for hanging out with me here in Oakmont as we uncover the mysteries of the sinking city. Until next time, have a good one. See you then.